Hello, hello. Welcome to Freedom Friday. Let me get this first thing in here. Okay, so I got 2 minutes, 2 minutes to give you a rundown of what's about to happen. So every week on Freedom Fridays, we get together. We, meaning a community of Black women who are coming together to get more rest and fun on our schedule. Yes, this is a co-planning session, but this is about making sure that we get more rest and fun rather than prioritizing work or working harder or bullying ourselves to do more or all of those things that we tend to push ourselves to do. So I hope that you would join me. I hope that you join me today and every Friday so that we can do this together. Because the more that we talk about the things that make it hard for us to get more rest and fun on our schedule, the more likely that we can overcome them and we can overcome them together. You do not have to do this alone. So, one of the ways that I like to help us do that is I have a worksheet that's going to walk you through all of the exercises, or is a printout of all of the exercises that we're going to do today while we are on this call. So, take a second. The link I'm going to put right here and pin it in the chat. Let me go ahead and do that now. And that's Freedom Fridays at freedomfridays.yourdreamstrategist.com. Try to look, I can spell. With that being said, I am Rashida. I am your dream strategist, and I am all about helping Black women quit being a strong Black woman and redefine who we are beyond our job titles because um, we are so much more than our jobs. We have so much more worth, so much more value. And I'm excited for us to redefine who that is, who we are inside of that, and then really take actions to become that woman. So, welcome. It's really nice to have you here. Let me know. I'm trying something different by adding in the music at the beginning. Let me know if that feels good or if that feels weird. And then if you join me today, make sure you say hello in the chat. I want to say hello. I want to welcome you. I'm excited you're here. Um, yeah, and this is going to be a good time. Okay, let me do this really quick. Make sure that I pin that web address to the top. Look at me learning new things today. I've never, I'm doing things, I'm trying different things out as we continue to do this so that I can make this the best experience that it can be for you guys. Um, and that means figuring things out in a way. So, yes, hello, 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 hello. All right, so the first thing that I love to do with us as we get into Freedom Fridays, well, let me give you the rundown of what we do. We are going to create a list of things of rest and fun that we like to do throughout the week. We're going to look up some different places that we can do those things, different communities that we can do them with, because we know that when we're doing things with someone, we're more likely to do them. Then we are going to celebrate our wins from the week because you've done more than you've given yourself credit for, and you need someone to remind you to pat yourself on the back. And I'm going to be that person to remind you. And then after we do that, we are going to set up our schedule. Again, prioritizing rest and fun. And yes, making sure we get other things done as well, but prioritizing rest and fun. And then we're going to wind down for the weekend. We're going to talk about the 3 steps we do to wind down, and we're going to do all of those steps together. So, if that is exciting, I hope that you take a second and share this with another Black woman who is trying to create more rest and fun in their schedule as well. This is about us as a community coming together and really supporting each other in quiet quitting, loud quitting, however version of quitting, being this strong Black woman and actually reclaiming who we are as a community of Black women. I don't want us to forever be known as workhorses of America. Like we're starting to change that right now. This community is doing that together. So share that with any other Black woman who is about that life, who wants to join in with that. Okay. Yay, Marissa's here. Happy Friday. I'm so glad you can join today. Thanks for joining. Yo, Marissa and I had a wonderful call yesterday. It was so good, and I needed it. Yesterday was crazy for me. I don't know how your week has been. Actually, I would love for you to tell me, how has your week been this week? The rest of my week was good, but yesterday was terrible, y'all. I have someone trying to steal my credit card, and I spent half the day in between the calls, uh, not fighting with the bank, but making multiple calls, trying to get things taken care of. So your girl is a little emotionally drained today. I had to get me a little matcha from Starbucks to get me a little bit of energy going. But this always energizes me as well. So if you're here, make sure you take a second to say hello in the chat as well. Okay. All right. That being said, okay, let's go ahead and jump in. Rest and fun things from this week. Let me know. Have you added any new things to your calendar? Any new things to your list of rest and fun? Let me open up what we already have on our list because I want to add them to the list for everyone so that we all can be adding these things to our list. Ooh, okay, I could do that. Ooh, did I do it? Okay, there we go. Yeah, you can see it now. All right, so co-working spaces. I jumped ahead. Let's get back to the rest of them. And I saw Marissa just did left a comment. Let me check and see where that's at. So many, oh, here, let me do this. That'll make it better. There we go. Um, oh no, I had no idea. Did everything work out? Yes, girl, because that's not why we got on the call. I wasn't trying to distract us from the call with my stuff. We could talk about that now. But yes, I think we've got everything figured out. I've been dealing with this for the past week. I recently just put the credit card on complete pause, so hopefully nobody could try again, and they're resending me a new card, so hopefully we're good. I think we got it figured out. The call was amazing. Such a gift. Thank you, Rashida. Yay! I'm happy to hear that. See you guys? Doing the exit plan call is a lot of fun. So I know you heard me invite you to do this before. So I'm gonna remind you again. Go ahead and take advantage and schedule your free exit plan call with me. It's a lot of fun. We talk about your dreams, what you're aspiring to right now, and like how can we how can we do things different? Because a lot of times I've seen in my own life and as I've worked with other clients that we feel like we have to build our lifestyle, that we have to build our businesses the same way that we've seen other people do it, but we really don't. And I've worked with clients who we've been able to create a format that's not what anybody else has seen, but they've been able to make great money, being able to, not because of anything else other than making sure they're building their business in a way that feels good and aligned for them. And so we talked about what that looks like, and Marissa and I talked about that yesterday. I'll tell you some experience, one of past experience. So one of my clients, she was like, "Girl, I don't want to do social media. I want it to be something that I do just because I kind of want to put a picture of my child on here or when my husband and I are going to something, but I don't want to do it for my business." So we talked about a couple different things. We worked on getting her a lead magnet on her website. We got her email set up for her opt-in, and then we worked on her SEO for her website. She was able to, and 6 months after that, be able to pay off all of the debt that she would acquire for building her business. That was $10,000 worth in the next 6 months. Like, I want you to know that it's not the only way. Like, the way that we've seen is not the only way to build a business. Another example, my best friend, when a couple years ago, before I started working with her business, she probably averaged about $2,000 a year in her business. And she was posting on social media constantly, but she wasn't really gaining any traction. Last year was our first year to work together. She went from making like 2,000 a year to making 25,000 a year. And this year we had our first $10,000 weekend at a pop-up shop. So it's not even like we're selling every day. And she's found a flow that worked for her, and we're continuing to evolve it as she scales. Um, and all of that started with redefining who we are beyond work, really taking us out of that context that we have to do it this certain particular way, and actually like saying, but who am I? And how do I want to build this business? And how do I want it to fit into my life? And what is this supposed to be empowering in my life so that I can build that life rather than just trying to do what everybody else is doing? Because I feel like that's the only way to do it. So, as you can see, I could talk about business stuff and helping y'all do amazing things with it all the time. So, yeah, don't hesitate to get on a call with me to talk about those things. And know that I'm going to ask you about your life stuff because your life and your business is not separate. It's all together. And rest and fun and self-care has to be the glue, has to be the main part, the mortar that holds all of that together, or else things will fall apart real quick. And again, I tell you this every week. I tell you from experience. So, yeah, I'm done. Get on the call. I'm not going to rant about it anymore. All right, so let's get back to the fun and restful things that we could put into our schedule every week. All right, so we have a couple things on the list. I added stepping. I can't remember who added skating. I added going to a run club with a friend. Oh, permaculture class. Marissa added that. Meditation, make something, lawnboarding, um, hammock time, silent book club. I think Tori added that. Taking a walk by myself, especially for those of us that have partners and children, like it's okay to need a minute to yourself. And again, I was doing with a client yesterday. I had a lot to call yesterday. It was all good though. We were looking at her time and energy budget, and she hadn't like really done the homework on her own. So we did it together in the call. And she putting things down on paper make you actually see just how much you don't make time for yourself. And I started challenging her, where's just a 4 hour or a 2 hour span of time that you can mark in just for you, not for anybody else, for yourself. And that was like a wake up call for her. So I'm saying that to say, like, yes, this can be really tangible if you use the resources. So let's like use the resources, okay? All right, so then yoga, stretching, singing. I love singing. We talked about that a lot too. Alicia Renee talked about that. Marissa talked about that. But who else? There was a whole group of us that were talking about how singing is really good stress relief for us. Yes, I probably should go do that today. I need to just go outside in the middle of the field. We have some space and just have a sing and belt at the top of my lungs with some stress relief for all of this credit card stuff. And then sound baths, preferably by a pool. So if there's anything else that we need to add to this list of rest and fun things to do, let me know. We're going to keep adding to this list to keep growing it. Um, because then when it's time for us to actually make time to rest, we have some ideas of things to do. What happens is when it's finally time to rest, instead of like resting, we go lay in front of the television and we watch Netflix for hours and hours and hours. And while it helps in some ways, it's actually really invigorating, rejuvenating for us to do things that actually bring us joy, to re-inspire the fun in us. What are some other things? I'm trying to think what else. What else have I tried yet? Oh, I've been doing some of the things from Eventbrite. Here's the one thing I've learned about Eventbrite. They will say the event, or maybe it's just us, because you know how Black people are. They be on CP time. Oh, the event starts at 7. I went to one on Wednesday, y'all, and I drove up and I was like, I don't see any other cars. Now, mind you, I was kind of doing it. I was going to it like a happy hour event. So I knew that if I went home, I probably wasn't going to come back out. So I was one of the first people to get there. There weren't that many cars there. We couldn't even get inside the building at first. And they were completely set up. So I sat for a little bit. I chilled a little bit. And then I was like, all right, y'all, I'm ready to go home. So that's the only thing you might want to consider with Eventbrite. Or I also have to say the caveat that that event was a free event. So it might be because it was a free event, not necessarily because it was on Eventbrite. Um, so next time I'll have to try paid event and see how that flows. But yes, what restful and fun things have you tried for this week? Let me know. Put them down in the chat. Okay. While you're doing that, I am going to start looking at what are some things that I want to pull out to put into my schedule for this week. Now, I have to be honest, again, since I've been planning ahead, I got some really good stuff on my schedule for this week. In particular, No Madness Fest has already started. You guys might want to check this out. This is the first time I've ever gone, but it's No Madness, which is kind of a funny name to me. But it's all about helping nomads, BIPOC nomads, as a matter of fact, connect. And they have an industry day where you can go and talk to different like uh, travel companies that you can be a part of and pitch collaborations to. So I have a friend, she did pitch conversations with Air Alaska. I think one was called Air Portland. She has a list of them that she did the industry day with. That was yesterday. And she picked some collaborations, and I would imagine she didn't tell us like the combination of how those things worked out. But I've seen like things where in the next couple weeks, some of those people are already doing collaborations, already traveling to those locations to do events and things, especially if you come with a really great pitch. So, something interesting to try. So, I'm going to the free event this weekend. Again, this is my first time attending. They do it in different places every year. So this year it's in Charlotte. So I'm trying it out here. So it's called No Madness Fest. Um, I guess let me see. I could put that in the chat. Something worth looking at. So I have that tomorrow. And then as you can see, I don't have quite as much energy as I usually do. So after that, I don't even think so. No Madness Fest is going to overlap with Run Club, but I went to Run Club twice this week, so I don't feel bad. I went last Saturday and I went Tuesday. So I don't think I'm gonna make it to Run Club, even though um, it's getting cooler. So I feel like more people are gonna start coming out. But yes, um, so yeah, I'm losing my train of thought today. I'm sorry. Bring it back. Marissa said, "Oh, that name is so cute. It is a cute name. They do they do really good work. From what I've read, it seems like a really good event, and it seems like the community is not as big as Exodus Summit. Man, can you imagine if they did Exodus Summit Fest, like in-person event for that? Oh, I would totally be down for that. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'll tell you guys more about that next week. So I have that planned, and then I have quite a few things planned already this week. So I am not going to be adding a lot of things to my calendar because I've been planning ahead. Every week when I see something cool, even if it's not for this week, I've been adding it for future ones. So what kind of events are you adding to Rest and Fun events? Whether it's time to yourself, extrovert time or introvert time, what events are you adding to your schedule for this week coming? So let me know that in the chat, okay? And then I would also want to know, I want to know how many rest and fun things that you do this week because I am going to put it in our check-in. Oops, I just realized, see, I was trying to be prepared today. And I was like, I'm missing something, and I was missing something. I forgot to add in our check-in sheet. Let me open it. So we're gonna do our wrestling rhythm check-in. I'm still getting used to the flow of this because we started this last week, and I got a little bit more information on like how to get our stickers in there. I have to go back in and finish that up and get that set up. So let me switch this over here so y'all can see a little bit more on the screen. Okay, cool. All right, so if you have done rest and fun activities for the past week, I want to give you a sticker. I want to pat you on the back because you should be patting yourself on the back too for prioritizing this. I know that it's not, we all say that we want more rest and fun. We say that we want more self-care. We say that we want these things, but it's not easy just making ourselves do that, especially when we've been defaulting to working and working and working and working and working and bullying ourselves to work and work and work and work and work. So I want to congratulate you. I want to like encourage you. I think this is positive reinforcement for us to keep doing it every single week. So let me know in the chat what things did you do for rest and fun this week so I can add it to the checklist. So I am okay, good. We already got some stuff in the chat. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So Marissa said, I invited a friend. Oops, I still have that other thing going. Okay, there we go. I invited a friend over to bake bread this weekend. Oh, that's so much fun. What kind of bread did you bake? I know that like the last big trend was baking sourdough bread. Is that the kind of bread you bake? Did you bake something else? I love that. I love that a lot. So here, let me go ahead and put your sticker in. Okay, also too, if you guys want to use different stickers, let me know. I've just been using these couple up here to get us started. And every week that we put your sticker in here, if you want to participate, you don't have to. Again, I want you to feel like this is positive reinforcement, not another to-do list to check off. That is not the point of this in any way, shape, or form. Like, yeah, please don't let it feel like that. So yeah, I'm using those. Uh, Today is September, right? Oh, September the 13th, Friday the 13th. Is anybody superstitious? I'm not really superstitious, but I think the date is cool because it's been such a thing for so long. Okay. I also am my rest and fun for this week. We went to go see Lion King, the play, the musical last week, and that was a lot of fun. I think my favorite parts, we talked about it on the way home with the girls. So it was my god family, my god brother, my sister, um, and my two goddaughters, and her sister's family as well. So it was eight of us. And I think my favorite parts were seeing the costumes. The costumes where the elephant comes down the aisles through the crowd, and they have the giraffes and all the different things at the beginning where Rafiki is like doing her song and all of that. Like it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to see. And I'm glad I went. Because I could have been like, oh no, I'm okay. But no, I was glad I went. It was a lot of fun. So that was I would say my big rest and fun thing for this week. I'm so glad that I did that. I love it. Okay, so let me check in the comments here. Oh, I see. Okay. Marissa said, for rest and fun this week, I spent some time reading alone. So good. So good. So you're like, listen, making the bread wasn't really the rest and fun part. That was just something fun that I did this week. I love it. I love that. And that was your extrovert time. But to spend some time reading it alone was the actual rest part. So good. I love it. So good. Okay. I make peasant bread. It's very, very easy but tasty. Girl, you teaching me every week you teach me something new. Can I tell you how much I love this? It's one of my favorite parts. What the heck is peasant bread? Look, and it comes up in the chat, and it comes up in the search. My mother's best no peasant bread. Oh, wow. It looks like it's nice and dense. Ooh, and it got some butter on it. Listen. I use plant-based butter now, but anything with butter makes me happy. And you can't say butter. You have to say butter. This looks fun. I'm gonna have to try this out. Listen, okay, that's I'm adding that to our one of our list. Bread making is one of the rest and fun things. Now, if you're one of those people that are like, listen, cooking is not restful or fun for you, then don't add this to your list. I'm just adding this to the global list so that we have, when you see something that seems exciting to you, you add it to your list as well. You know, and it might not seem exciting right now, but maybe it'll seem exciting in the future. So that works too. Bread making. Okay, I love it. Oh, Alicia Renise is here. Hello, welcome. Happy Friday. Glad you could join today. Yes, yes, yes. For rest this week, I am resting right now. Yes, come on. I slept in this morning for fun and I finally started tennis class yesterday. I'm sore today. Yes, I can understand being sore today. That's amazing. I love that. Now, I heard tennis is hard work. Like, I understand why Serena's booty and legs are as strong as they are. Because I'm like, listen, that's a lot of oh, and the arm work too, because she's got some cut arms. That's amazing. I hope that it's been. I can understand why you're sore today. I hope it continues to be fun too. Yay, happy Friday. Yes, yes, yes. Adding in all the stickers, ladies. Congratulations. Congratulations for putting more rest and fun in your schedule. Like, I'm really proud of you. I'm proud of us. I'm proud of us. Because if you're like me, there's always some reason to justify like working more. And we're saying, yeah, while I could justify myself to do more work, I'm actually not going to do that. I'm actually going to enjoy my rest. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So good. Okay. So then for next week, let me see. I'm gonna choose a goal for myself. And that's one of the things that are in the worksheet. So let me go ahead and switch back to that so we can look at that together. Um, Let me see. I think it's here. Yes. So there we go. So one of the things that I put in this new version of our worksheet is that every week we could add in an objective for ourselves. So we are quick to give ourselves like, I need to get this thing done next week for work. I want to challenge us to be like, hey, what's this one thing that I'm going to get done for myself, for my rest, for my fun? Like, what is your weekly objective for that? I think this week coming up, my objective is going to be more rest based because this last week has been um pretty intense for me, pretty emotional dealing with the credit card issue. So this week, like, um, yeah, I really want to schedule in at least 2 times where I think I want to do, this is me actually thinking about this, and I want you to take a second to think about this too while I'm thinking about it for myself. What do you want to see yourself do next week, and which way do you need to lean towards? Are you leaning more towards fun? Are you leaning more towards rest? I'm going to be leaning more towards rest, and I am going to lean towards making an intentional 2 separate occasions where I do 1 hour of quiet time to myself. I think one of those times will be in a hammock. Hopefully, the only thing is it's supposed to rain next week, but I could do the hammock at my family's house. I might have to get my allergy blanket if I'm gonna sit outside and do it because it's cooling down a little bit. It's starting to feel like fall. But I think I want to do hammock time one of those times, and I think the other time I might just find a spot where I can cuddle up alone, and I might have to do that. I'm at my family's house this week because I'm helping taking my goddaughter to school. So I might have to do that while the girls are at school because the girls are not so great at respecting my quiet time. And that's okay. I'm not upset with that. So, yes, I think that's what my objective is going to be. Okay. So let me write that in here. 2 times for um, intentional rest, and then I'm gonna put 1 hour session. So um, I'm just gonna use this as the actual rhythm because the objectives could end up having more than one rhythm. And I'm still updating this, so maybe I didn't set this up quite right yet. Um, and I forgot to look at what this is why I need to copy the sheet because then I can see what the objective was for last week, and I just deleted it. I'm gonna figure it out one step at a time. Either way, this is gonna get good. Okay, and then I think vegan cheesecake should still stay on the list because I actually didn't get a chance to go get that last week. So that's what I'm going to be scheduling in my week for my extended rest this week to make sure I spend some time to get some rest and fun in my schedule. So let me see. What are you guys thinking about putting in your schedule for this week? I want to know what you got planned. Okay. Let me see. Ooh, I have been doing Duolingo daily for fun too. It gives me something to look forward to. I love that. I actually really like to have the sound on. I know you need the sound on when you're listening to the voices, but I like the little doo doo that like the little things that it does. I haven't done Duolingo in a while. That's fun. I love that. Hello, Queen. Hello. So happy that you could join us today. I'm glad that you're here. She grows in Greenville. I think I'm, no, I won't have to pass. I thought I was going to be driving through your town. You know, I was in Greenville a couple weeks ago, but I don't think you had got back on yet. We're going to have to make a time where we could meet up. That would be fun to meet up in between. Alicia Niece says tennis is so much fun, but it is a lot of exercise. I can believe that. That's how I prefer to exercise in ways that are fun and kind of trick myself into it. Yes, I love that too. It makes it a lot easier to just show up and do it. I think the most active I was ever was when I didn't have a car, but I lived in a walkable area and I could walk to work. I could walk to get groceries. I walked to get lunch. And I was easily averaging 25,000 steps a day and lost weight like that. But now that I'm not in a walkable area, man, it's so much harder. But it was easier because it was just a part of life. It wasn't like I had to go to the gym to be on the treadmill for an hour. So I totally get that. Like adding in different things that are just like you living your life, and it makes it so much more fun. So yes, I agree with that. Because tennis is a bunch of squats and suicides on the court. I've never thought about it that way, but you are so right. She said, but I leave smiling. That's the best part. I love that. So good. Oh, so good. Okay, so I need to be adding these. She Grows in Greenville said, I stopped at the pond this week, even when I had to work today, and it was delightful. Looking forward to my sticker. Yes, girl. Let me get your sticker on here right now. Come on. Say she said, listen, I am doing this for fun, but I also want my sticker. I get it. Yes, country. I'm into it. Let me switch that back over so you can see. I'm putting it in right now. Let me see. She grows in Greenville. And I'm gonna insert your let me see. I wouldn't ask I wouldn't ask the person who suggested this how she does it, and she showed it to me. Let me try to do it really quick. This is me learning on the go. This is in my way. It goes in Greenville. So that what she does is she comes here, she goes to your thing, and she saves it. Oh, copy the image. Let's try that and see if that works. Yay! Did it work? No, it didn't work. Almost, so close. Wait, I'm so close. Let me see. Save image as. Let's do a folder for this. Let's do it in here. Icon, and then here we go. See, rows in Greenville. Friend, you don't have to tell me your actual name because while unless you don't want to, but if you open to it, I would love to call you by your name. Okay, so now that I'm here, now that I can add it, she does it so quick. I am not that quick yet, y'all. I'm gonna get there, but I'm not there yet. And she drags and drops it. I mean, she's got a whole thing for this. But look at that beautiful picture. Come on. I love seeing your beautiful face there. And guess what? Now I'm putting your sticker. This makes me happy too. Like just giving out stickers is like, yeah, probably. So much fun. Okay, yay. Got your sticker in there, girl. I'm so happy. I'm enjoying this. Are y'all? Marissa said, "Oh wow, Alicia, you are a full athlete." Yes, it sounds like it. I'm like, girl, I need to come do this with you. It sounds like you're doing some amazing things. It's a good workout too. Okay, personally, I'll be leaning more towards rest. It's time for my session, so I'm I so I'm so I'm gonna be tender, tired, and just no good. I understand that, especially after that intense workout that you did this week. So rest sounds good for next week. I love it. I love it. Ooh, the pond sounds lovely. The work will still be there later. Yes. And I love there's something about being next to water. I grew up in a city, so I never really thought about how refreshing and how rejuvenating it is to just be by the water, even if I'm doing work. Until I started like going to the beach, until I started like traveling more, until I started going to more beaches more often. Because I traveled with my mom when I was a kid, but we went to city vacations. I don't think I've ever been to a beach vacation with my mother until we got older. And the first one was Aruba. And actually, it was me and my sister that went to the beach, not me and my mom. So, like starting to get by the water is just refreshing. I love that. I love that so much. I'm gonna have to add that to my list. Wait, yes, let me add that to the list as well. Let me do it right now. Okay. It's on another screen, so you can't see me doing it, but sitting by the water, sitting by any water. But if you got a beach, that's even better. If you got a pool by at your apartment community, that's amazing as well. Like, yeah. Oh, that's generous. Thank you. I really enjoy moving joyfully. Yes, I love that too. Yum. All the fun things. I love this. Greenville, South Carolina. That would be amazing. Yes, girl, I'm in Charlotte. We're not that far apart. I remember you were in Greenville, South Carolina, and I think I've watched some of your videos. So I remember knowing that you were in South Carolina because I just went to South Carolina to do Indie Craft Parade 2 weekends ago. That's when me and my best friend on her business, we did that $10,000 day. It was a great festival for us. It was so good. And we still did Freedom Fridays that week, and it was such a good Freedom Friday. So yes, I know you were in Greenwood, girl. I didn't miss you. And it sounds lovely that you're by the pond. Ooh, I need to. That's what I need to do. I need to come down and go by the pond with you. That's what we need to do. I'm gonna have to remember that. Period. Get those stickers. Living in a walkable city is the dream. I love that so much. I heard that some of the places in Mexico are super, super walkable like that. I have not necessarily been in a place where I've been ready to move abroad again. Yes, again, because I've had plenty of move abroad fails. I shouldn't call them fails. Where things didn't work out as I planned, and I've moved back to the States. But I wish that the U.S. had more walkable places. We're weird about that, I guess. I hate being that our main way of exercise is the gym. I don't want to be a gym rat. I just want to be a happy human that's out there enjoying all the nature and stuff. So I love it. I love it. Okay. Did I miss anybody with their stickers? Anybody? And here's the thing, if you are joining me for the replay and you have done Rest and Friends for this week, you don't have to be here live for me to give you a sticker. Just go into the comments after you like do hashtag replay, or you don't even have to say hashtag replay. Actually, just say hashtag win and tell me what your. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it. Sorry. Sorry. I changed it 3 times. Do hashtag R&R. And that's how I know that you want me to put you into the check-in list and tell me what rest and fun that you did for the week so that I can celebrate it with you. And I will put your sticker in the check-in list just like everybody else. You get your sticker too. Yes, pat yourself in the back. If everybody take a second, pat yourself in the back. You deserve it, y'all. Like we're doing this. I love it. It's so much fun. And every week we're gonna add a little bit more. And that's what's gonna help us keep prioritizing more and more rest. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes, we don't have to all be here live. I know that we have different things going on with our lives. We don't, I know that not everybody can join live, and that's okay. Like you might be at work, you might already be on wind down mode. That's okay. Listen, or you might be trying to finish things up so that you can wind down. But whenever you watch this, I still want to celebrate you. So take a second, put it in the comments. You'll still get your sticker, okay? Now, don't get me wrong. I do love it when you join live because I love having this communal time to talk with you and hear about your life and all the things. But like you can't join, we can still shout you out, send you love, and all the things. Look, I hope you couldn't hear all of that. She was dragging that chair across the floor. Okay. Yay. I'm glad that feels good for you guys. I listen, this is positive reinforcement. Just because you don't get to join live doesn't mean you don't get to be celebrated. We still celebrating you over here in this part of the internet. Okay, so we celebrated wins. Oh wait, did we celebrate wins? I don't think we did. Okay, so let's jump into that. What are some things? What are some wins that you're celebrating? So we talked about our rest of fun for a week. What wins are you celebrating? Now you know I do better at remembering what wins I have for the week when I go into my calendar. Okay, so this is not quite a win, but yet because yesterday was a hot mess that I didn't get everything done. But really, for the rest of the week, it was a really productive week. Do you guys know Tiffany Clark? So Tiffany Clark and then Celeste as well. I've been doing some sessions with them because in addition, while my business is continuing to build, I've been doing stuff for my tiny house, and one of the things that the tiny house funders needed me to do was they wanted a more stable income for me. And so I've been looking for, and this is, you might find this terrible, or you might just see this as how I see it, as like taking advantage of the system so that I could get what I needed and move on with my life. But so I've been looking for a job in addition to my business so that I can show my standard income, like my consistent income, so that I can get my tiny house funded. Because the builder that I'm looking for, the builder that I love, um, it's not a cheap tiny house. It's cheaper than buying a house, but yeah. So that's one of the things that I've been working on. So long story short, I had been getting some feedback from them and. I didn't want to change my LinkedIn profile, so they suggested that I make it private because my LinkedIn profile is all around my business, and it gave me heart palpitation to change that to try to make it like I was going back to career forever and a day, and I couldn't do that. So instead, we made me a little separate portfolio website, and I was very excited. I got that done today. She gave me her final little bit of feedback today, so I have just a couple things to finish. So that's one of my wins that I got that done, and I did a couple applications, hoping that I can take advantage of September surge and hoping that I could be like through all the financing things that I have to do for my tiny house so that I could get it through. Can you tell I'm excited? I can't. This is the tiny house thing has been a thing for me. And if I were to go back, Marissa and I talked about this when we were on the call as well. If I were to go back to my full-time job, it would be super easy to just be like, yeah, I could just get my tiny house. But I don't want to do this in a way that makes me sacrifice my dreams, makes me sacrifice the legacy that I'm building. So it makes it take a little bit longer. And yeah, I can be a little sad about that, but I could also be really excited that this is worth it because of the legacy that I'm building on the other end. So That's a win for me. I see it as a win, even though it's adding another job, but it's been worth it. It's been really, really worth it. Okay, so my watch thinks that I'm talking to it, and I'm not. So I'm going to take it off. Okay, so that's one of my wins for this week. So don't forget, let me know what your wins are in the chat. My second win for the week. Let me see. Let me see. Um, let me see. My other one for the week. Oh, so I've been, remember I got you guys, I told you I've been moving over my website. So I've been working out the kinks for that. I've got a lot of things figured out. Also, one of the things that I told you is that I was working on a page for my offers. And that page is coming along really, really well. I feel really good about that. That's one of my wins. My second win, I don't talk about this very often, but I've worked with over 150 people, and quite a few of them have been Black women. So I worked in a different practice before I started my own or my life coaching business. And so I went through and I pulled out the power statements. The power statement is how what I help my clients create to redefine who they are beyond their job title. And I went through and I pulled out their power statements, and y'all, I was just like, oh my gosh, like you guys are so amazing. It made me cry. I'm such a happy sap, and I don't even care. It was amazing though to see all of these Black women who have redefined who they are beyond their job title and who have dreamed of, okay, wait. If I'm so much more. If I have all of this inside of me, I want to be making a life where I get to use it. And now I'm seeing them build it and live it. And it gets me deep. So that's my third win was like, um, circling back to some of the things that I have helped my clients do, some of the impact that I've made with them, and really celebrating them and celebrating my part in their journey. That was a huge thing as well. So I don't have it live for you guys to see yet. I guess I could try to show you to you over here, but I want to get into your wins, so I'm not going to spend that much time on it. But I'm really excited about how this page is coming along. I'll do it really quickly, but it's going to be live soon. So this is a preview. Is that the page? Where did I do it? Yes, it's this page. So I put in their power statements and it like swipes or whatever, and you can see their beautiful pictures, and it just gets me excited, y'all. So I love that. It's definitely one of my wins from the food. So celebrating that. So okay. What wins are y'all celebrating? Let me go ahead and start checking in the chat here. This gets me excited too. Oh, yay! I love it. Hi, Michelle. Okay. I'm so excited to meet you. I'm excited to know your name. Not all of us want to share our name, but I'm excited to know your actual name, and I'm excited because we're going to figure out how we can meet up somewhere and have coffee. I think that's going to be. We're not that far. We should do it. If you're up to it, I'm up for it. We're going to have to make some time. Oh, maybe we could do hammock time. Did you see? I got really excited about that. Yes, I think, especially because I know you're recuperating. But it's so nice to meet you. I'm so glad you're here. Yes, and everybody else agrees. Everybody is welcoming you in, telling their names. I love it. I love it. I love it. Y'all are about to make me cry. Are there two Marissas? Yes, there are two Marissas. There's Marissa Price, and then there's Marissa on the Enough channel. Yes, Enough by M&T. I love it. So yes, all the beautiful Marissas. I love it. Yay! Of course we welcome you. So excited that you're here. There are, for sure. Okay. So the private LinkedIn was such a creative solution. I hope your new job is full of ease. It gives you lots of new contacts and resources. Thank you, Marissa. I receive all of that. Yes, I was very grateful talking to them. And this is why I love talking to a coach because while I coach in, lifestyle design, um, goals, vision casting, redefining who we are beyond our job title. I don't coach in everything. So I work with coaches for their specialties, and it was very awesome to connect with them on their specialty in like career building and finding contract work that they even were like, "Girl, I know you have the ability to do that job position, but that's going to take too much from you, and it's going to take too much from what you're trying to build." I love that I could see them being in this for me and hearing my heart, because a lot of people, I think, would have just said, "Girl, you just need to change your LinkedIn profile," and they were like, "No, actually, there's another way to do this." So I appreciated that a lot, that they were really creative about that. And I love that us coaches, I think all coaches, we're all about bringing in, okay, here's another way to accomplish that same thing without you losing who you are in the process. Because none of us want you to lose who you are in the process, you know? So yes, I agree. It was a very, very creative solution, and it's been worth it. I'm just about done with that too. So I'll share all of these things when I get them done. Y'all been working on a lot of stuff. It's all good. While your legacy is already in the works. I love that you took the time to review all the impact you've made. I have to remind myself to do it, and we all should remind ourselves to do it. That's why we do these things every Friday. But year on a yearly basis, on a quarterly basis, I do believe in taking time to do that. I've wanted to do, I'm definitely going to be doing a vision board challenge where we take time and look, like reflect on the year and create our vision for next year and all of those things. I'm going to be talking about that. I guess I'm starting to talk about it now. That's going to be coming in the next couple months. But that time to take that taking that time to reflect is so, so powerful, to connect back to who we are, to connect back to the impact we've made, to connect back to our why, to our values, and to our character and how we want to show up in the world. And so, yes, like doing things like this is so, so powerful. I'm glad you see it. I hope you guys take time to do it too. It's really amazing. I love this. Michelle says, "This is the dream of our ancestors." This, thank you, ladies. Come on. And here's the crazy thing. So many have tried to keep us from it, and we keep coming back. We keep coming back. We keep coming back. Yes, we shouldn't have to come back. We should have never had to start over. We should have never had to do those things. And yet, we're still here doing amazing things, growing. Girl, that's what gets me so excited about us as Black women. Um, I get so geeked. Yesterday with the credit card situation. Yeah, I was so upset. I might not be looking like it right now, but I was so upset. I went into the bank, and by this time I am freaked out. And it was a Black woman that helped me, and I was so happy to see her. I could see in her whole face, she's like, "Girl, I could tell you're upset, and I'm not gonna let you leave here without feeling confident that we got this under control." And she helped me get everything figured out. And then she gave me the biggest hug, and I bawled my little eyes out. But it was the most refreshing hug. And then I went home and I was able to do my calls for the rest of the day. And obviously, nobody even knew the wiser. Not because I was trying to keep it from anybody, but I knew the people that were getting on the calls were getting on the calls for a reason. So I used my support system so that I could be a support system to other people. And I think that's beautiful for us to do. So yes, I love that we don't even have to know each other. We will show up and see each other and be like, "Yo, who did this to you? Do I need to grease up my face and take off my earrings?" We don't even hesitate. I love it. It is such a caring and amazing community. I love it. She was definitely, and I receive it. So, yes. Okay. So, if you guys have any more wins, please make sure you post them in the chat. I would love to celebrate them with you. I would love to um, positively reinforce all of the work that you've been doing, because you've been doing hard work, and I want to celebrate. Listen, we talk about giving people their flowers before they pass away. I'm going to be giving you flowers every single week. Flowers, flowers on top of flowers on top of flowers. Listen, we might even need to make that. Should that be like the regular sticker that we get, or do we want to write different stickers every week? I don't care what we do. But either way, this is my form of like giving you your flowers every single week because you deserve it. You deserve it, y'all. I know, I know you're not sleeping on things, and even in the times when you are taking rest, you're still like setting yourself up to be your best self. So I want to celebrate you. So yes, I'm done. You know I can rant about it. Okay, moving on. All right. So we've talked about different fun and restful things that we could do for the week. Eventbrite just sent me a new email for this week, so I could come through here and see what new things are on the list. I've also been looking for, oh, I know why I didn't look at Eventbrite because remember I told you guys I already have the Madness Fest on mine scheduled for this week. Plus I have a couple other meetings set up. That should be good. That's more than enough in my week, and I'm going to be leaning into rest of fun. So we're about to move into that section where I'm putting that rest on my calendar so I can make sure I remember to sit my tail down and do it. Otherwise, I'll just keep going and going and going again. All right, so we celebrated our wins. We decided what rest of fun we're doing for the week. Now we're looking at what things did we not accomplish and choosing our objective for the week so we can start scheduling, um, so we can start setting up our schedule. So, um, yes, let's take a look at that together really quick, and then I'm going to give you some quiet working time. So, if you have any questions about how to get more rest and fun in your schedule, like how are you actually putting this in your calendar? How much time are you giving? We've talked about some of this in past sessions, but we could talk about it again. So if you still have questions, or let's say you tried something and it didn't quite work out as you thought it would, and you need to try it a little bit differently, let's talk about that too. This is not you do it once and everything falls into place. You're getting to know yourself in a new way. You're changing a behavior, you're changing a mindset. I like to think of it like you're creating a new path in in grass, okay? A new path, it's not a worn path. It's not a path that you could see. You are walking over it time and time again in order to create it, and you have to avoid going back to the old path, okay? So it takes having some conversation to keep saying, is this the right way to do it? Is this the path that I want to take? Or should it be slightly more that way? Or does it just need to be this way? We're making those adjustments as we go. I'm saying it in the, what's the word I'm looking for? In like the uh, I've been saying it as an analogy, but how that might look in practicality. Say this week you set up your schedule, but at the end of the week, you realize that you only finished one or two things out of the five things that you scheduled every day. What should you recognize from that? I want you to recognize that that means you're overbooking yourself and you're probably underestimating how long it takes for you to do things. That's okay. This is not to beat us up about that. It's not to bully us to move faster. That's the old way. Those are the old things that we used to do. Instead, in our new way, we're saying, okay, if I'm scheduling five things a day to do, but I'm only getting two to three things done, this week, I'm going to start scheduling only two things to do, and I'll schedule an optional third thing. And if I get those first two things done, then I'll move on to the third thing. You see how we're changing our mindset instead of setting ourselves up to overwork, setting ourselves up for failure, we're actually setting ourselves up to proactively be able to accomplish what we can without bullying ourselves, without beating ourselves up. And that changes our mindset. I found that the more that I do that, I actually get things done faster and then I can get more done. I'm not saying that doesn't mean overbook yourself. That means allow yourself to focus on what's most important and get those things done without distraction and then move on to the other thing. Okay. I love it. Okay. So I had a medical procedure this week and my win has been letting myself rest, reschedule things, and take it slow as I recover. Usually I just keep pushing, so this was a big shift for me. Yay, that's amazing. That is such a big win. I love that you are doing that. And I get it. It's even though we're resting, it's so funny. We dupe ourselves to be like, oh, well, since I'm just laying in the bed, I could do work. I'm so glad that you didn't do that to yourself. Like, actually lay there. sleep a little bit longer. Let your body like use that energy to rejuvenate, to recuperate itself. So I'm so glad that you did that. I hope that the procedure went well. And the fact that you're here, listen, I'm excited that you had a chance to still join us today. And I saw you yesterday and I didn't know the wiser. So I hope that I'm really proud of you. Like you must be allowing yourself to rest. And I'm so glad that you did. So good. So good. So good. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So Okay, so taking a second to look at our schedule for this week and see if we've been overbooking. So I've been looking at my schedule. The way that I try to do this, I actually try to do a little bit of this every day. So I think I told you guys I do a workday shutdown routine every day. And a part of that workday shutdown routine is I look at any final emails and then I also update my schedule for tomorrow. My headphones are dying, so I'm going to put one of them in here to charge. But I'm gonna keep talking in the other one. Okay, hopefully you can still hear me. So, when I do this at the end of my day, it allows me to say, okay, let me look at the things that I didn't finish and either reschedule them, push them to the next day, push them to next week, push them to wherever I'm going to push them to, and move things around if they're still the top priority. Because the thing is, it might not actually be the top priority, but I just didn't have a good assessment for it. So this 15 minutes at the end of every day helps me start doing that. And sometimes at the end of the week, I have a couple things I have pushed over, but this allows me to look at that and move things around. The one thing I have been good about, anytime I've had rest and fun scheduled, I've been doing that stuff. So let me see. You can see it here. I went to this. That was my rest and fun on Wednesday. I went to an event. And then Tuesday, I took it off my calendar, but at the last minute, I decided to go to Run Club anyway. So I did that too this week. Things to congratulate myself on. And then on Monday, it was like borderline work, borderline rest and fun. But I went to an event on Monday night, which actually was really good. I connected with another Black woman around business locally here. Excuse me, locally here in Charlotte. I know everybody is like, get online, launch your business online, but it's really good to have resources locally to help you do that. Because once you start building locally, it's so much easier to get traction um, on the interwebs as well. But that's another topic for another day. Let me get to the topic. So, looking at my calendar, so the things that I didn't finish yesterday, because yesterday was crazy. I didn't do these two tasks. I need to reschedule them. I do have some things scheduled for today. And then I had a couple things that I just added to my list for today because I knew I wanted to schedule them for next week. So those are the things that I am scheduling for next week. In addition, I also what is the one thing that I want to accomplish for next week? For me, that one thing is, okay, I'm leaning more towards rest. So that's my number one rest objective. And then my number one work objective is finishing the finishing touches on my website. I don't know about you guys, but it's like anything else when you're finishing it. You get like all the big stuff done, and it feels like the big stuff goes really fast, and you're like, yeah, this is awesome. I'm doing all this stuff and it's progress. And then that last 20% feels like it takes forever. And that's what's feeling like is happening with my website. But it's coming along. I already showed you my wins. So I'm receiving my wins rather than being worried about how much is left to do, and I'm just scheduling it in. So those are my two objectives for the week, and that's what I'm going to be scheduling in my calendar for the week. 2 1-hour sessions of rest and fun, leaning more towards rest instead of fun because of the way my last week has been, and then finishing up my website. So let me double check with you guys. Let me see. It says, Rashidat, fix your website link in the description box. I think it's missing an M in dream. Ooh, girl, thank you for letting me know that. I will definitely fix that. Okay. Let me work on fixing that. Thank you so much for letting me know. Okay. So let me see. Let me see what Marissa said. To find one thing I want to accomplish, I have been asking myself, what is the one thing that would be a game changer for the rest of my week if I did it tomorrow? Oh, it's a really good question to ask yourself. I love that question. That's a good one to add to the worksheet because it's about helping us recenter on what's the most important thing rather than trying to do everything. We do not have time to do everything. And here's the thing, we shouldn't even want to do everything. We should actually just be focused in on what's the most important thing. And this is a really, really, really great question to ask with that. Listen, Michelle agreed. I love it. Okay. Michelle, I want you to put the way to pronounce your name in the chat so I can make sure I'm saying it right. Because since you're using an M-E instead of an M-I, I want to make sure I'm saying it right. So let me know while I'm writing down Marissa's question because that was such a good question, and I want to make sure I the um add that to the worksheet. So let me do that. Add to the worksheet. Such a good question, Marissa. I totally agree. Let me add it back up so everybody can see. Um, what is the one thing that would be a game changer. Um, would be a game changer for my week if I did it tomorrow. I love it. So good. And you know what? I love that question because then that helps me double check what I just chose for my objective. My objective is to finish my website. That's a game changer for me. And I'm really excited to tell you guys this, but I got accepted to be a speaker for Exodus Summit, and I'm really, really excited. So, I've been working on my pitch. I'm doing it with a partner, and I wanted to get my website like finished and like ticked and tied by that. Now it's not until October, so I got some time, but I don't want to wait till the last minute. So I'm like starting to. That's why I'm like pushing myself to get that done. Um, 'Cause it's going to be a great opportunity for me to get in front of way more of us in our community and bring us together and to talk about. I'm going to be talking about move abroad sales, so I kind of alluded to it earlier. But yeah, I'm excited to share that with you guys. So, oh, that's another win. I didn't say that for a win, but it is the win. Had a lot of wins this week. Okay, I love it. Yes, it was so helpful. Freedom Fridays is what inspired it. Yay! I'm happy to hear that. That's so good. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, good. And Michelle says I am pronouncing your name correctly. Good. I want to make sure I get it right. I love it. So good. Yay! Exodus Summit is blessed to have you. Wow, it's going to be amazing. Yay! Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a fun time. Yes, thanks for celebrating with me, you guys. I appreciate it. I'm excited. I'm very excited. So it's going to be a really good time. It's coming up faster. It feels like it's coming up super fast. It's not that fast. I just need to take a deep breath. So, yes, this game changer is going to help me for that because the faster I get that done, also too, the faster I can start putting up ads and connecting with more people. And I slowed down on my content creation so that I can finish the website again instead of bullying myself to do everything. I'm prioritizing what's most important and keeping the other things running in the background, but prioritizing what's most important. So I'm excited to be able to shift back into some of my content creation that I've been putting for that too. Okay, so I got my objective. I hope you ladies have your objective as well. If you don't have any more questions, I'm gonna go ahead and switch into setting up my schedule for the week. This is the co-planning part. This is the part where we co-work together and we set up our schedules at the same time. So I'm going to be setting mine up while we're on the screen, and you're going to see a timer that's going to show 25 minutes. I'm going to have the music in the background to give us a little bit of vibes while we're setting up our schedule. And then when we're done with that 25-minute that 25 minutes of co-working time. Then we're going to move into the wind down for the weekend so that we can get ready for our weekend and keep it moving. How do I contact you for a coffee meetup? Yay, yes, you definitely contact me. Okay, so in the description, there should be the direct link to DM me on Instagram. If not, just look for me with the same handle on Instagram. Listen, I need to make sure. Let me write that too. I need to update the link in the description, missing an M, and add my IGDM link. Y'all, thank you. Y'all help me be great. This is why we need Black women, because we help each other do great. Come on. That's a whole vibe right here. Let me help you be great. I love that. Okay, I just got excited about that. Okay, so that's what we're getting ready to do. Let's so yes, she grows in Greenville. Michelle. Yes, I'm reading it. I got it. Michelle, you the best way is to get me on DM on Instagram um since YouTube doesn't have anything like that. But yeah, hit me up over there. We can chat and all the things. Okay, I'll be looking for it. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and move into the planning time. If you need anything, put it in the chat. Otherwise, I'm just going to be setting up my schedule on the screen for the next 25 minutes. Oh, yay! Well, yay for a phone call, but yay for celebrating as well. Thank you. I hope it was a good phone call, and thanks for celebrating me. This is fun. It's a little nerve-wracking, but I'm also very excited about this. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to be presenting. So, and sharing a different part of my story that I don't really talk about on this channel very much. Because I've moved abroad. I've lived in 30 plus cities, internationally and domestically. And I've lived in Costa Rica for a year. I've lived in Rome for a semester. Um, and while I love traveling, there's still a part of me that I'm still here in the US. So we're going to talk about move abroad fails, how to avoid them, how to learn from them too, and how it kind of fits into our own journey of learning ourselves and redefining who we are beyond our job titles. So I'm excited to do this with my partner. I have a speaking partner, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, I love it. Okay, good. And Michelle says you just sent me a message. Perfect. So when we get off of this, then I will make sure I go and I'll message you back. Okay. All right, ladies, let's go ahead and jump into getting our schedules set up, and then we'll move into the wind down. Okay. Planning time. Here we go. Right. Yep. Mm. Mm. Yay! Try stuff with some good for future self. What's happening with this and with it for? You know, we got Jessica down to the, yep. That's my game. Support. Um, we gotta make sure that this one is right. The next time we get caught up or get behind, business time. No, we'll be caught in the story. Taking the business too. Yep, every time. What is it? What's mm, what is it? Oh, this is just different. Um, and then we have to roll. I think I should be close. Hmm. Actually, let's make sure you can first. And then we are to- Okay, look at that. I got that over here. And then what else is so good? Sweet. Let's this week. Oh, I know what that was. I need to look at it. Like one of those windows I read it close. Ooh, excuse me. I know what I'm looking for. I think I just saw it. I used to close out this morning. No. Ah, I just saw it. Sisterhood in the book. What date is this? This is the 27th. And the other one that I wanted to get tickets for. Wait, the 27th. I think the 27th is. Yes. I cannot go to that one on the 27th. That's why I don't try the others. Okay. Okay. It is. Yeah. Wow. You have to look it up on the phone. Okay. So I just need to look it up. Okay. Okay, y'all. I'm just finishing up on the last couple seconds, but I got my schedule pretty much done. I got all the way scheduled up through next Friday, and that is the goal, is to be able to get your schedule set up between now and next Friday. So if you are working on that, take a couple minutes to finish up, and then let's jump in to winding down. Okay, so I need to give, that's what that email was. Okay, all right, there we go. All right, we did it, you guys. We spent the last 25 minutes doing our co-link working to set up our schedule for next week. And I don't know if you noticed, I made sure I put in my two activities of rest, where I said I'm leaning towards rest, and past me helped future me because I had already scheduled some rest and fun things. So I have a book club on Tuesday that I already have scheduled. Um, it's at the same time as Run Club though. I always hate when stuff overlaps. But oh no, I could go to Run Club on Monday. That's what I'll do. I go to Run Club on Monday. So I need to update that on my schedule. So Run Club on Monday and then Silent Book Club on Tuesday. And then Jazz Canteen is gonna be Wednesday and that's the hammock is actually at Jazz Canteen. So I'm gonna be doing that. So yeah, that I made sure I got my, and then I always have Thursday, which is my dance times. I haven't been putting that on my stories as much, but I'm gonna start doing that again. Um, it's fun. I like to be present in my rest and fun, so I forget to take pictures and things, but I want to make sure I take pictures as well. So I like taking pictures. All right, so let me see what we got in here. Marissa says, I love that your short story shows you can always come back. Wow, 30 cities. You have a lot of practice and experience. Yes, I think it's important to remember that we can always come back, especially because we don't hear as many stories about that inside of Exodus Summit. We hear everybody's like glorious story to leave and everything goes semi-perfectly, but no matter what, they're happy that they're gone and they nobody ever wants to come back. I don't think that's not everybody's story. It's not me or my partner's story. My presenter partner's story. So, yeah, I don't get me wrong. I love traveling and I want to continue traveling for the rest of my life. But I've also traveled as a missionary where um, I slept in a tent in a sugarcane field for a month. And it had its beautiful parts because I remember the sky being so clear when it wasn't raining because it was also monsoon season. When it was clear, you could see the stars, and it was really beautiful to sleep under the stars. It was also a pain in the behind to have to put on um my headlamps to find my way to the the brick bathroom that was this random kind of outhouse. Like I've had some amazing experiences traveling. So I did 15 of my countries were through missions. We could talk about, I'll make a video about that. That was another town because I have a whole blog from that. There's some really great stories through that. I've thought about recreating some of them as YouTube videos or at least doing reflection on it now that I've been back a couple years. But what I learned was who I was and who I wanted to be and how I wanted to show up in the world. And also, I wanted to enjoy some of the luxuries that America has. And there's other countries that have some too. I'm not saying it's only America, but there were some things I missed, like not needing to carry my own toilet paper. Because like there's places in Asia where their bathrooms they don't work like that. So or not having to squat over a squatty potty. Yeah, I've had all the experiences. And it makes me appreciate here in a different light. That's not to say that America doesn't have its problems, but I can always leave and come back. And that's the other reason why I've come up with my dream to, well, that's the other reason why the tiny house fits so well with my other dreams is because I can have this beautiful little tiny house in the front property of my best friend's family's house. And I would be close to the people that I love, the people that I want to really see when I come home to America. And it wouldn't take all my money for me to be able to have that kind of stability and to be able to travel and go do all the other things. So, all right, that was a rant. More information that you were asking for, but yeah, there's space to you could go and come back. If you don't like it, come back. Try another place. Like the first place that you go doesn't have to be your forever home. It might be you might go thinking it's going to be your forever home. And if it's not, don't bully yourself to stay. Like you could go try something else. Okay, we're going to get into all of that and more and what kind of ways you can help yourself figure out what's right for you when we get into that topic. But I guess I've jumped ahead a little bit. All right, so now let's go ahead and jump into the wind down because it's time to wind down for the weekend. And we do our four things to do that. So first, double check. Make sure you put some rest and fun schedule in your calendar. Okay. I already told you I made sure future me or past me helped future me do that by making sure I had the book club and a couple other things scheduled in. The next thing is our first step to wind down is look at some windows that you can close on your computer. Allow it to free up space. You know what? I have to say that doing this with you guys every weekend or every Friday has challenged me that even during the week, I'm doing a lot better job at closing windows as I'm not using them. Remembering that I could always go back to them, remembering that I could always go back to the history like I just did to go find one of the pages that I visited. And I'm closing windows. It feels good. It feels like I'm freeing up space. And yeah, I always talk about it and it's helping me do it even better and even more every single week. So closing down windows. Don't forget to look at what windows can you close on your phone, what windows can you close on your iPad, what windows can you close on your laptop, because we probably have 20 million windows open in all three of those places. So let me know, how many windows are you closing? Let me see. How many windows am I closing? Let me see. I could probably close this one. I know I'm closing some windows here. I'm closing at least four windows on this tab, maybe five. These two I'm hoping to finish today, so I can close that today. Oh, and I only have three home screens open. Remember the last time I had 17. So I went from 17 desktop screens to three. I'm making progress. I'm making progress. Less things running in the back of my mind. And I hope you got less things running in the back of your mind as well. Okay. Yes, I celebrate all the progress. Okay. All right. So hopefully you're closing a couple windows. If you close some windows, tell me in the chat. I want to celebrate with you. Okay. And then number two, second thing that you're going to do for rest and fun. What is the fun meal that you're going to have? Now, here's another thing I want to ask. If there's another way that you like to wind down for the weekend, let us sister know. I want to join in. I want to hear all the things. Like if there's other ways, let me know what are some other ways that you like to wind down for the weekend so that you can get completely into rest mode and really enjoy it. Okay. All right. So something fun that I want to eat that I am going to, I think, yes, I am going to make myself a vegan burger. Uh, that's gonna be a lot of fun. I don't even necessarily miss burgers a whole bunch. Sometimes I do, but yeah, I'm gonna have a vegan burger tonight. I'm gonna make that at home. So I already have the Beyond Meat. I like to use Beyond Meat instead of Impossible Burger because Beyond Meat is made from non-GMO ingredients, whereas Impossible Burger is made from GMO ingredients. What does that mean? That means that um, GMO ingredients are made in a laboratory, and I want the natural stuff. I want the stuff that God made into my burger. It's already a thing that is being made into a different kind of form, being processed into a different kind of form. I at least let it be natural ingredients that God made. So that's why I do it that way. So that's the meal that I'm going to have today. Let me know what's the fun meal that you're going to have as your wind down for this weekend. And then what is the fun thing that you are going to do this weekend? So No Madness Fest is my fun thing for this weekend. I'm excited to meet a lot of other nomads that are all BIPOC. It's like we know we're there, but we don't get a chance to see us that often, especially because we're all across in different countries and different things. So I'm excited that they have this kind of festival for us to get together in person to meet each other. I'm excited to get a little dressed up. I'm excited that one of my friends from Atlanta that is a travel influencer that I'm going to get a chance to check in, catch up with her. I need to actually work on scheduling, like making sure I let her know what time I'm getting there so I can run into her tomorrow. So and I think I'm going to ask her some questions about how she's become a travel influencer. I don't know that I want to be, but why not ask her? Like, it might be something that I might want to jump into. So and no matter what, maybe I'll do that as a video. But yeah, so those are my couple things that I am going to do this weekend. Let me see what you guys are talking about in the chat. Yes, yes, I love it. I love it. Okay, fun meal, ramen on this overcast girl. I love ramen. You are speaking my whole language. Now you're gonna make me have to reconsider my whole life because some ramen with some vegetables and topped with a little bit of sesame oil, or and some ginger, but maybe some vegan sushi on the side. Ooh, ooh. Listen, I like that a lot. Alicia. The ramen life. It sounds so good. It's so cozy. I could just feel it right now. Ugh. And then I get my little mushroom coffee to go with it. I feel like all the comfortableness is coming out. So yes, I love that. That sounds amazing. Okay, I'm switching. I'm switching. I'm switching over to what Alicia's having. I'm gonna have some ramen too. I thought I wanted a burger until I heard what she was having, and now I'm hooked. So that's what I'm switching over to. I love it. Okay. Anybody else? What fun things are you having for for this weekend? Yay! I appreciate that. I can't help myself. If you tell me not to laugh, it is like trying to tell me not to breathe. I'm going to laugh even more just because you told me not to. So I'm glad you appreciate it and it's not annoying. I love it. I love it. Okay. So while you're letting me know what fun meals you're gonna have and what restful things or what fun things are you gonna do this weekend, let me know that in the chat. While you're doing that, I am going to just share a couple things with you. So as we continue this every single week, you guys, I enjoy being able to show up and do this together because I found that for one, as you can see, it's helping me hone my own practice. It's helping me grow. It's helping me get more rest and fun. And I hope that it's helping you guys get more rest and fun too. And the thing about this is getting more rest and fun in our schedule is just the first step to quitting being a strong Black woman to redefining who we are beyond our job title and actually really taking action to shift our life to prioritize who we are rather than what we do. Because hustle culture makes us feel like what we do is the most important thing about us, but we know that that is a lie. But then how do you shift your life? Like, how do you actually make your life not seem like that anymore? And that's what my program is all about. That's what Meant for More is all about. You are meant for more than being the workforce of America. You're meant for more than always cleaning up the mess. You're meant for more than being on all the time. You're meant for more than working harder to get somebody else's dreams. You're meant for more than all of those things. And so, my program is about helping you make that transition. It's going to help you redefine who you are beyond your job title. And that culminates as an amazing power statement. There's four things that happen, four things that we finish that program with. You have a personal affirmation that is like when someone asks you, what do you do? Instead, you can say, well, I can tell you who I am. And this is your statement that you rattle off. It's not even a pitch statement. It's a personal affirmation. It's a power statement. This is the power that I bring to the world. It gets me so excited. I love it. So you have a power statement. You're going to have a 10-year vision. You're going to have an exit plan that's going to help you go from where you are today to accomplish that 10-year vision. And then you're also going to be able to really achieve those things, really be able to take action towards that. So that's the four things that you're going to get in a combination of this program. And that's what I'm excited to help you create. So if you are interested in that, and that sounds like, yes, I'm ready to make that transition. I'm ready to get to this place where um, I'm shifting away from all of these stupid expectations that the world says that I need to be, from these stereotypes, from these tropes, to really actually stepping into my soft life and living it for me. If that's you, then I would love for you to check out my program. That's at meantformore.com. And I would love to be able to talk to you. I want to know what dreams that you're building. The when you check out my program on that website, meantformore.com, that's going to give you all the details of what to expect in the program. But regardless, I still want to celebrate your dreams with you. I still want to get into helping you create this plan of like really starting to see how this can work for you. Because we've been being a strong Black woman for so long that we think that that's all that we could be. It's like there's nothing else. Or we're not even, and it's not even that we think that, it's that we know there's more, but we also can't really envision what the heck that looks like. Like, what is it supposed to look like for us to get to more? And so this is going to help you make that transition. And I would love to start that conversation with you on this free exit plan call. Completely free. You're not committed by doing the call. Marissa will tell you, we just did the call yesterday. I didn't commit her to anything. I didn't make her buy anything or anything like that. I didn't guilt her to anything for that. Instead, we dreamed together, and I was like, "Hey, this is a way that you could do that. You know, how does that feel for you?" And it was a really good conversation. So if that is exciting to you, take a second, go to apply.workingstrategist.com. You share just a little bit of information about you and your story so that we get on the call and talk about it. And it's a lot of fun, believe me. If you enjoy my laugh here, you'll enjoy my laugh on the call because I get excited about your dreams, probably more excited than you even expect me to. So, because I love dreaming with people, one of my favorite things to do. So, that being said, I enjoy you guys as always every single week. Thank you so much for getting on this call. Thank you so much for taking the step to quit being a strong Black woman. I feel like this community gets me so excited about creating a world where Black women actually get to show up and be. And I love that so much. It gets me so excited that we are taking steps to do that. So I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you taking the steps to find more rest and fun for yourself. I appreciate us celebrating each other, celebrating our wins, because this is the positive community that I've always wanted to see. And I'm so excited that you're here with me, that you're on the same page with me. So thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. With that being said, I am going to go ahead and shut it down. I'll see you guys next week. Oh, yeah. I gotta fix that.